Bruh, this water better give me superpowers, bruh. Old $7 head, boy. Superpowers. What's up, guys? So I just landed in DC and checked into my hotel, and I figured why not vlog. This is my first time ever being in DC, so why not bring you guys along and explore with me. So stay tuned and let's go have some fun, okay? I started off just wandering the city by myself. I was a little bit nervous when I got to DC that, you know, would I feel safe, you know, walking the city by myself as a female. And there were just so many people, like, I just wasn't expecting that many people to just be out all over downtown DC. And luckily we stayed at the West End City Center. It's only about a 15-minute walk to the White House. You'll see Mr. Trump was out there waving his flag. But yeah, it was really cool. I've never seen the White House, so it was really cool to actually see it versus just seeing it in textbooks. And it wasn't overly crowded there. I was kind of thrown off a little bit by the guy with the big gun, you know, marching in the front, but I mean, I guess that's to be expected. And I was surprised to be up fairly close because one of my coworkers was telling me months ago that I guess it was blocked off super far back. Another place I enjoyed going to was the National World War II Memorial. This wasn't on my list to stop by and see, but while I was walking, I actually met this really nice lady. She was kind of lost, asked me, did I know where it was? And I'm like, I have no clue, but let me check on my GPS. I found it, and it was awesome. It was beautiful, just peaceful. Like, I loved the water. It was right in front of it was basically right in between the big monument and the Lincoln Memorial. Shout out to Georgia. Yay, Florida! So also saw the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool, of course, which is right outside the Lincoln Memorial. Love this shot with the airplane. But as you can see, the World War II Memorial is right there. I walked up all these steps filled with people. I was actually fairly excited to see this because, you know, you always see it on TV and in your history class. So I was pretty excited to see Mr. Lincoln sitting on his chair. Yeah, so definitely want to go visit those places. I was fortunate enough to get the opportunity to go to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. They actually had a gala there for the MLB All-Star Week that was going on, and I was very blessed and thankful to have the opportunity to get tickets to go to it with a few of my coworkers. I know this museum, well, at least I've been told, and even from looking online, it's been booked out for months. And unless you get up at like freaking 6 a.m. in the morning to try to book day of tickets, you won't get a ticket. That's at least what I was told. So it was super awesome. The whole museum was booked out. Got to see the whole museum. No line to get in. Free food, free drinks. They said Common was performing. I heard he did perform, but I guess he performed while we were actually touring the museum. So that was unfortunate, but it was still an awesome opportunity. I actually had to choose between going to the MLB Celebrity All-Star Game or to this gala, and I think I made the right decision. And is it gala or gala? Does it matter? Tomato, tomato. And one of my favorite rooms was the sports room, like hands down. I just really enjoyed the athletics. And then of course, like, you know, ski week up in here. Of course, seeing the Divine Nine things, and I thought it was really cool. They had an interactive like step team thing going on, and you could actually see your digital self on the screen. So that was entertaining to see. But I will say, you need like a lot of time if you really want to take your time and read everything or just see everything. It is a very big museum. I think it was 3 to 4 stories. So it is a lot to see in there. And honestly, I thought it was pretty cool because a lot of the stuff in there was like stuff I grew up on. That Albert outfit, I used to totally have one of those like back in 6th grade. My mom used to take me to the flea market and I would like cop the baggy Fat Albert outfit and I was still pulling, so okay. Hey guys, so whoa, get down now. Okay, so I am about to hit up some museums. I think I'm gonna do the, sorry, my voice is a little bit hoarse. I've been working an event these past 5 days. This will be my 5th day, doing a lot of talking. So I am about to hit up the museums. I am going to probably the National Geographic Museum. Something about aviation, and I don't know, just try to do all this is it called Smithsonian, whatever. But to try to hit up all the free ones today before I go into work. So yeah, come with me. How cute are these mirrors? I want one of these so bad. I always love when they have these mirrors in the hotel room and these mirrors, even though you won't see me too close. I love the lighting. Oh, and this top I got from Shein, and these boyfriend jeans I got from H&M, but I'm thinking about returning them because I could probably make these myself for a lot cheaper. But yeah. The next place I went was the National Geographic Museum. It was cool because while I was there, they had the Tomb of Christ that was going on there and also the Titanic. So I got to see 2 in 1. Definitely recommend it. I enjoyed it. At first, I wasn't quite sure what the Tomb of Christ was like, how they were going to do that as far as the museum. But it was basically how they preserved the Tomb of Christ. So it was cool. They had like a virtual reality set where you could walk in Jerusalem where the Tomb of Christ is. And then the Titanic was nice. It was just honestly sad, and you know, it kind of put, especially if you've only seen the movie, it kind of made it more like human, if that makes sense. Just like really being able to read people's stories. It was just really sad. So another place I would recommend is the National Museum of Natural History. It's a long line to get in. However, the line moved extremely fast, but that's mainly just because they need to check your bags and you have to go through the security detectors. But it was really cool. I'm surprised they let me have my gimbal in there. But it is massive. When I say this is massive, you could probably spend a couple of days in here. I was speeding through these museums because I was here for work. So I just honestly was just trying to pop in and just see quickly the museums. But I'm glad I did pop in here. I just rushed, honestly, really quickly to each room. The rotunda area with the elephant was super cool. Like I said, you need a lot of time. Like, I literally just walked through and had my gimbal. So honestly, it was kind of nice to have my gimbal because I could go back and look at my footage while I'm walking to kind of see closer the things that I just kind of briskly saw. They had a cool, like, dinosaur room.
I like turtles.
Okay, another place that I would recommend going to is the National Air and Space Museum. This was highly recommended. Looked at the reviews. They had tons of reviews. I think like 12,000 reviews. This one, I mean, it was cool. I'm just not that into like airplanes, and I mean, the space thing was kind of like, the space part of it was pretty cool. But like I said, I was really rushing through these museums just because I didn't have very much time as far as like free time to just really spend and take my time through each museum. Plus I was tired after working, but it was cool to still see. If you're really into that, hey, go for it. It was free. I will say the security guy did not allow me to have my Ozio mobile in there, and he was not playing no games, okay? So just make sure not, I think somebody told me you can't even have like a selfie stick or anything in there. Another place I would recommend is the National Museum of the American Indians. And once again, I had to kind of rush through it. They did have a really cool show on, I believe it was the top floor, where they showed like a short film and in like a circular room that was pretty cool, and they had some really cool artifacts. I wish I had more time to actually read and learn more about everything. One of my close friends, she's Lumbee Indian, and she was saying she's been multiple times, and just it's really sad because, you know, the fact that these people were chased and still are being like chased out of their land and just honestly just treated awfully. So it's a sad museum. A lot of these museums, like, if you look at it, it's kind of sad, but definitely recommend going here.
So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when this happens, and when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
All right, so let's talk about food places. First off, Duke's Grocery. I ordered the proper burger. It was a Creekstone Farms Angus beef, melted Gouda, pickles, charred red onions, sweet chili sauce, rocket, garlic aioli, and brioche. Supposedly one of the top places to go in D.C. to get a burger. Went to also Carmine's Italian restaurant. Didn't really get any pictures there. We had everything there, and everything was so good. It came out kind of like a la carte and huge portions. We started with appetizers. We had fried calamari, fried zucchini, and a ton of other like amazing Italian dishes. Next up is Old Ebbitt Grill. I actually ate here twice. I ordered the first time the Rockefeller oysters, which was spinach, watercress, garlic herb butter, and Parmesan. The jumbo lump crab cakes, which was amazing, had corn and tomato Chesapeake, roasted fingerling potatoes, really good. It is kind of expensive. The single, which is very small, is about 21 bucks, and the double is about 31 to 32 bucks, but they were still amazing. I also had the clam chowder and Parmesan trout, which was crispy new potatoes, sauteed green beans, and hollandaise. Cool thing about Old Ebbitt, it's a DC tradition since 1856. The Old Ebbitt Grill is just a few steps from the White House. It is also Washington's oldest saloon. It is massive. I think there was about 3 or 4 bars in there. And also both times I went, it was fairly busy, so you may or may not have to wait. Also, while in DC, I really wanted to try some really good Ethiopian food. One of my very close friends, she's Ethiopian, and she suggested for me to try my first time in DC because I guess it's as close to authentic Ethiopian as you're probably going to get over here. So I went to Share Ethiopian restaurant in Mart. There I ordered, not even going to try to butcher this name, put it right here. It's basically lamb stew, which was super good and had a nice kick to it. It's basically lamb simmered in red pepper sauce seasoned with ginger root, garlic, cardamom, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, and bere, B-E-R-E, and served with plain yogurt. I also went to the Garden District. Here I just simply had a chicken sandwich and barbecue brisket sandwich, which I went half-seas on with a coworker. If you ever go out to eat with me, I love to go half-seas. A popular place that some of my coworkers was telling me about was the Milk Bar. I must say I was underwhelmed by it. I didn't really like it. I had the cereal milk soft serve. Just wasn't for me. Basically, the ice cream tastes like the milk of You know how the milk is at the bottom of your cereal after you get done eating your cereal? That's basically what the ice cream tastes like. On my last night there, I went to Busboys and Poets. I had their shrimp and chicken chorizo pasta. Basically, it was just penne pasta, chicken, sausage, shrimp. I got it with no mushrooms, shallots, Cajun cream sauce, garlic bread. Order extra sauce if you get this because it comes kind of dry, and thanks and shout out to the waitress who recommended that. One of my least favorite places that I went to eat was Ban Thai. I had their Thai vermicelli and chili peanut sauce, and I'm not even gonna go into the whole description, but it came out smelling like throw up, and it actually tasted like throw up. I literally wasted like a $16 dish. Their sushi was kind of mediocre to me too. I believe I had the lava sushi, which was baked shrimp tempura and spicy crab aioli. As far as breakfast there, I didn't really have nothing that just really stood out. I mean, I ate pretty simple, like bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. I went to West Wing Cafe one day, and then also went to a place called A Bake Joint. Basically had the same thing there. You can always spot your Joe's Juice down there or your Pete's Coffee. Also, if you guys are looking for some day parties or just some cool like rooftop spots to go hit up, the first day party that I went to was at Ozio Restaurant and Lounge. It was okay. And they were charging $20 for women, but because one of my friends wanted to get in, I was like, okay, I'll pay it this one time. It was honestly okay. Music was okay. Drink pours were very small and very expensive, so wouldn't necessarily recommend going back here. After that, we went to Marvin's D.C, which was super dope. I wish we would have started off here. It was a day party. It was lit. It was free. I personally like the music better there. I felt like it was a good mix of ratchet music and just up-to-date music. I ordered the lobster roll and ordered mac and cheese with buttered herb crust as a side, and they gave huge pours on their wine too, so definitely recommend Marvin's. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment, and stay tuned for the next vlog. Okay, bye!